Dear students, in the last class, we saw the different terms that are substituted for e-commerce, or different words emerged after the word uh, formed e-commerce. For example, we have seen in the last class I-commerce, the business that is carried out through the internet commerce. Then we also saw the web commerce, because the business carried out through the websites. Then we saw virtual stores, cyber stores. Then we saw other terms like a virtual mall, cyber mall, and many more things. And in that, we saw one of the important another term which was framed is e-business. And today in this class we are going to learn about what is e-business, and also to have a kind of uh, comparative study with the e-commerce and e-business. It's not something to do with the new term as such. For sometimes interchangeably, e-commerce is used as e-business and e-business is used as e-commerce, and very well-known word is e-commerce, but a term e-business is also framed for certain extent. Now in this word, as we had in the e-commerce, we have two words, e and business. Now e means what? E means electronic, and business, surely you are all commerce students and you know about it what business is. And when you started your commerce studies in the PUC, that is in your after the 10th standard, in the business studies subject, very clearly it was told that what business is. Business is an economic activity carried out regularly with the objective of earning profit, which involves production or purchase of good or sale or exchange of goods or providing services. This is nothing new, you know it already and you have studied it. Just to recall into your memory, see, business is an economic activity, because you have two kinds of activities, economic activity and non-economic activity. Therefore it is an economic activity carried out regularly. It is not a once a while, just carrying out once. It is every time, regularly. Then what is the main objective is in the business? Earning profit. If you are not interested in earning profit, then it is not a business. So business always should have a desire to earn profit, otherwise it is a charitable work, it becomes a non-economic activity. Then which involves, what all involves in the business? It involves production or purchase. You may purchase or you may produce with the intention of selling or exchanging. So of exchange of goods, providing services or providing service. So any kind of service that you are providing, maybe transportation, advertisement, insurance, banking, warehousing services, all kinds of these services if you are providing also, it becomes a business. I think you understood. I don't require to give you much explanation. Still further to tell something about what is business, it is concerned with production, purchase or and sale of goods, supply of services to earn profit. You see what all includes production, purchase or sale, then supply of services, and earning profit is the main objective there. Now you just come back to the commerce. What we said of commerce? Commerce is buying and selling of goods, trade plus aids to trade. What are the only the services? So it comes, so production aspect is not included in the commerce. Now manufacturing, trading, mining, banking, transport, insurance, etc. are business activity. Now here we can say this is a trading is from commerce. Then all facilities like banking, transportation, advertisement, insurance, these are communication, these all comes in the commerce. But addition to commerce, we have manufacturing, we have mining, many more things related to the business. Therefore business is a vaster term than the commerce. Business carries an element of risk and uncertainty. This is something to tell about the business. Whenever the word business means, there is a risk there is a uncertainty. Sometimes it may be profit, sometimes it may be loss. You are not sure that business will always bring profit, or sometimes there are risks, continuity problem, regularity problem is there. All those things are a part and parcel of a business. Now we'll move to the next, a little history about the word e-business, because word usually known was e-commerce. Then why the word e-business came into existence? See, IBM company was among the first to use the word e-business when it launched a thematic campaign built around the term in 1997. So, what is the exact term for the business what you are carrying out over the net, over the websites, over the computer networks? Then the IBM framed that it is not only the e-commerce, it is e-business in the 1997. We know that history. We have studied that Amazon company in 1994 started and framed the word e-commerce. So until then, the widely used buzzword was e-commerce. 1997. Before than that, there was no introduction of the word e-business. So 1997, IBM company first framed e-commerce was there, and it changed into the e-business. In practice, e-commerce and e-business are often used interchangeably. See, for our study only, we are making a distinction between e-commerce and e-business. What is exactly e-commerce? What is exactly e-business? That is depending on the words commerce and business, because commerce is a limited term and business is a vast term. So with that, because what is included in the website business, that on that basis we are telling. But in general sense, what the word is used mainly e-commerce and not the e-business. So the shift in terms also meant a shift in paradigm. Selling and selling support were the only experiences that companies could produce on web. See, in the beginning when the business started over the website, it was only the companies could produce was the selling and selling support. That's what we said, trade and aid to trade. That's why it was word used commerce. But as the days went on, the business on the website were broadened. So broadening the approach to allow more types of business on the web created the new term business, because many other aspects of business also could be done through the websites. Earlier it was used website only to sell the product. Buying and selling, trading, and some services to trade were included in the business. But later on, some other aspects also added. That's why it was a term used as e-business. Now, what is that e-business? To tell you, we know that electronic business. So, business carried out through the electronic medium. But just to give a better meanings, e-business could be understood as the conduct of automated business transactions by means of electronic communications networks end to end. So, this is one of the meaning we can have. In further slides, we can have many more meanings. See, here we have a 3-4 meanings which we can just read and understand very easily. We need not spend much on time this. E-business is the conduct of business on the internet, not only buying and selling, but also servicing customers and collaborating with a business partner. See, only buying and selling is included in e-commerce. So now the wider term e-business is used because it also includes servicing customers. See, you are providing services after sales, many other services. So how is our product or any complaint, you can lodge a complaint over the internet only, and services are rendered today. Then collaborating with business partners, it is not only to buy and sell, you are sharing information documents with another business. So collaborating with other business partners also is included in e-business. E-business includes customer service, that is e-service. Directly over through the internet, some services could be produced. Then intra-business tasks. So e-business includes customer service. See, trading is however is included, is to trade is however included. Customer services are given through the internet, and intra-business tasks. Intra-business task means one business in another business, and that is inter-business. Now this intra business task means within the business, so many departments are there. One department is linked to the another department through the intra networks from the computer. It is not a internet. Within the one factory, one computer is connected with another computer. So intra network and intra business tasks, document exchange or mailing, all those things are possible. So that is also e-business. E-business is the transformation of key business processes through the use of internet technologies. And e-business is a company that can adapt to constant and continual change. The development of intranet and extranet is a part of e-business. See, all transformation of key business processes through the use of internet technologies. Mainly what it says is use of internet technologies, transformation of key business activity. Whatever you do traditionally, what you are doing, buying, selling, and other means of business, now you are doing by using the internet technologies, that is e-business. E-business is everything to do with the back end systems behind the scene in an organization. Is everything to do with the back end systems. Means behind the scene. Nothing is seen front. So your production, service, everything is gone backside the screen in an organization. That is another meaning of the e-business. So one definition here, e-business is the conduct of business on the internet. So conducting business on the internet, not only buying and selling. Buying and selling means only it becomes a e-commerce. So but also servicing customers and collaborating with the business partners. So e-business is the conduct of business on the internet, not only buying and selling but also servicing customers and collaborating with the business partners. Now, e-business enables organization to accomplish the following goals. So what are the goals of the e-business? It's similar to the e-commerce, but e-business, since it is a vaster word, has the more goals. See, first it is reach new market. So e-commerce is only related with the trade and aids to trade, but here e-business is conducting everything of the business on the internet, and the goal is to reach the new market. It is now Indian products could be reached to the other countries anywhere of the world, because website wherever network is connected, there you can give your publicity of the product, then create new products or services. See, any kind of product you can produce on the this one internet, and you can give any kind of the services. Now you see, so many payment services are available. Even the banking apps have come up, various kinds and various facilities they are providing, various services. Then build customer loyalty in a business. This is also one of the very important. The customer, you must see that when you are conducting a business, your customers are very loyal to you. Means they are coming toward to your place only and purchasing the products from you only. They don't move to other places. So this kind of loyalty is built up with the building up a good customer relationship, and this e-business helps to keep up that. And then make the best use of existing and emerging technologies. We know that e-business is conducted through the technology. Now whatever existing technologies are there in the website, all things are used, kept up, and also now new technologies comes and e-business is adopting that, using making use of the new technologies that are coming up. Now see, when the e-commerce developed, e-business developed, it was only conducted through the computers and this one. When the Android system came, mobile sets came, see that just the internet came to the mobile phones, and business that was carried out over the computers and internet shifted to the mobile phones, and it is also known as the m-commerce. Today most of the banking businesses are conducted through the mobile phones. Then achieve market leadership and competitive advantage to gain the more and more market share, take up your more advantage in the business. So e-business could be used. Then enrich human capital. So to human capital means human resource. So improve the human quality what is there in the business or outside, also giving training, lectures, all kinds of education and all possible through the e-business. Next we'll move on. So here is a model. What is e-commerce, e-business, how it? See, this is a bigger circle which is all e-business, and within that e-commerce is there. It means that e-commerce is one part of e-business. E-commerce exists. E-business is a vaster term. So just to tell you here, see, e-commerce is a subset of e-business. Subset means it is a smaller version of. Now e-business is a complete thing. So one part of that is e-business. So further we'll go. What are the difference between e-business and e-commerce? I hope now you have understood that what is e-commerce and e-business. The business is same, commerce is same, but what I think is there is a slight difference. There are a lot of similarities we have already seen with the definitions and meanings, because in the last classes we have seen what is e-commerce, and just now we saw what is e-business. From there we got a picture. Now just to mention something, what are the main differences exist between e-business and e-commerce? Say, formally we know that always it is referred as e-commerce, but actually in reality some things are e-business but we call it a e-commerce only. But as the commerce students, we should know that there are differences in the words e-commerce and e-business. So first one, e-commerce mainly handling whatever commercial transaction or buying and selling activity happening over the internet. We have many times studied buying and selling activity. But e-business is mainly concentrating on conducting proper business processes with the direct end customer or another business entity through the internet. It is not only with the customers, it is maybe also conducting the business with the another business entity, and it is done through the internet. That is the same thing. So now we will go to the second, this one. E-commerce can be considered as one of the subsets of e-business in the model we saw. Subset, it is not a main thing. So whereas e-business can be considering as the superset. Superset means something more superior, something superior. E-business is superior to the e-commerce. So that we saw in the this model. See here we saw e-commerce comes within the e-business. Now, third difference, e-commerce is mainly concentrating on buying or selling any kind of product or service through an electronic medium. Commerce mainly concentrated on buying and selling. Now, e-business also can involve sharing or exchanging proper required information of that specific product or service which directly related to the buying and selling of that specific product through internet by e-commerce. What it says is it gives a exchange of proper required information. Now here buying and selling takes place. Now e-business is a little higher version which gives the information of the product that you are going to buy and sell, how to use the product, and what are the benefits. All details are given in the e-business, but e-commerce is just a trade. Next, fourth difference. In very common term, we can assume those electronics activity actually performed by helping of monetary transactions, those are considering as e-commerce activity. Any monetary transactions that related to the exchange of products are called electronic e-commerce. So excluding buying and selling, provide individual services of that specific product like proper procurement of raw materials or goods, means handling delivery to end customer, educate customer, proper using of educating proper use of product material, looking for more suppliers of maintaining better business of most popular product, all can be handled through the internet in case of e-business. What it says is there are many more things in the e-commerce. We have a limited things, so helping monetary transactions only. Here you see what all things are included is proper procurement of raw materials. Then we have a handling delivery to end consumer customer and educating the customer how to use the product. Then looking for more suppliers for maintaining better business of most popular product. So All this comes in the e-business. It is a little vaster term. Then fifth one, e-commerce can be handling just only with the proper website and internet connectivity. So here we have only website and internet connectivity. We are conducting the e-commerce. But e-business involves on a lot of things like customer relationship management, enterprise resource planning, which helps to communicate with the different business processes. So e-business can be not only what you call through the website internet, but even we can do it through the intranet, that is one computer to another computer network within the business, because different activities of the one firm could be conducted. So e-business can regenerate more business on the specific product which can be selling or buying through e-commerce proper manner. Then we will have a next this one difference. E-commerce mainly connected with the end process of flow, means to touch with the end customer, product suppliers or some external partners. So main concentration of e-commerce is to touch the end customer. So main one is end customer or a product supplier. When you are buying, your main concentration is product supplier. When you are selling, your main concentration is end customer or some external partners. There are some partners, but e-business is not only in that. So some internal processing like a production, main concentration is there on the production of the product. Then product internal inventory management also it is concentrated, not only buying and selling, inventory management also. Then proper development by the developer of the specific product. Then internal management of any risk handling, finance management, all things are included in the e-business. So all those things could be conducted through the electronic mediums. And then e-commerce has only required to involve proper buying and selling of specific product through the internet, whereas e-business can be considering for pre-sales. So some of the this one exhibition, then some how to use the product, those things are given, or post sale activity. Post sale means customer relationship activity, then customer services are given specific product. So before the sales and after the sales also some services are provided through the electronic medium, and such are called pre-sales and post sales. That will be done in the e-business, not in the e-commerce. So but we have to note here, e-commerce activities are also be considering activities for any business, as e-commerce is one of the subsets of the e-business. The next last difference we have here, e-commerce is mainly concentrating on B2C activity, business to consumer. B2C means business consumer. In the coming classes we will be dealing that what is B2C. Another term here comes B2B. What is B2B, B2C? We will be learning that. Business to consumer is called as B2C. So business to consumer, which belongs to the relationship between the end customers with the active seller of any specific product. Now here concentration in the e-commerce is always one business concentrates to supply its product to the consumer. But in e-business it's not that. In the e-business always concentration is business to business activity. One business is assisting the another business. So B2B means business to business, means all kind of electronics activities regarding some product or services between two different business entities. So it is a business to business activity. And then we have a model here. What is e-business? See, e-business is a vast term which includes customer relationship management, then supply chain management, how to supply the product, that also enterprise resource management, what are the resources are there in the enterprise, that also planning and managing. Then e-commerce, we know as we studied, e-commerce is one part of e-business. Otherwise e-business has a various parts. So then online activities between business. So one business and another business, they have a online activity. It is not only buying and selling, maybe exchanging of the ideas, exchange of the then collaboration within the organization, collaboration between the organization. Then electronic transfer within the firm, electronic transfer of the documents inside the firm also is one part of the e-business. Then business intelligence, whatever business conducting the way and all comes here. Therefore we saw say Yeah, it's e-commerce is one term, but when it comes to the e-business, many things are added. Now we see how e-commerce is defined. See, e-commerce has a limited version. What all e-commerce has? So, e-commerce has a electronic document interchange. So here also documents are interchanged. Funds transfer or electronic data interchange, one of the aspects conducted. Then another is marketing, advertising, sales, customer support, means electronic publishing. Some marketing is done. So for the selling purposes, that is also added. Then email and fax, electronic message and fax are sent. Bills are sent through the emails. Now when you are trading, so some bills are sent. Then corporate digital library, so information sharing and collaborative work. This means what, whenever you are doing any buying and selling, so information of that product is sold. Say corporate digital library, library means gives the information of regarding the product or books, everything is possible. So this is e-commerce. So now I hope you have got a little distinction between the words what is e-commerce and what is e-business. But one thing you should remember that these are words generally word used for even e-business, it is a e-commerce only. But when we go in detail or when we touch upon the words commerce and business, there are differences. As the commerce student, we must know that. But there is nothing wrong in calling only e-commerce, and because generally today for even the e-business, the word is called used e-business only. But we, the commerce students, should be knowing what is the word e-business and what is the word e-commerce, and I am sure that you have understood it. Therefore, thanks for listening and hope that you make further studies in this. And in the next class we'll be learning about what is e-commerce and what is m-commerce. There is a word called m-commerce, so we'll be dealing with that, and we'll be learning more about what is the m-commerce and what are the difference between the e-commerce and m-commerce. Thank you.